Howdy, boys. Just getting a stretch in. Alrighty. Ooh, that's a lot of autosaves. I think, yeah, these are all from when I was testing maps, it looks like. I think this is the most free, yeah. Because I remember we were about to get to DXI. DXI is another one that was changed a lot. I believe for the better, though.
You have no idea what an opportunity you passed up on today.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's a
now,
bad
how
dude.
did you know I was gonna be here?
I don't need to know. I have people to know it for me.
We know what you're after. The fire staff.
And I'll get it, make no mistake. And while you're down there getting yourself killed, your absence will leave me plenty of time to execute my plan.
How could you hope to strike against PDX? Baz and Cashew are invulnerable.
Like that dickweed Deus Diablo, you mean? Well, color me impressed. There are obvious ways to deal with that, the most direct of which is not to strike against them at all, but to strike against
Just
their
listen for a minute.
allies. The almighty
This is kinda like the
moderators
pinnacle
will have
point.
no time to deal with me. It's all they can do to waste their time protecting the citizens.
Your plan will fail, Skara. It hinges on my death in DXI, and that's a big error.
I think not. That too has been taken care of. It's been a pleasure arranging for your demise.
I know what he's talking about, do you? Where are my fists at right now? No. That explains it. How am I? Oh, I got a lot of skill points. Kind of keeping it. I'll probably wait until I can upgrade that. Oh, wait, no. Duh, you gotta turn this thing on. DXI control, DXI control, DXI control. There we go. And we're off.
Hey, Trescon. I'm taking over from Evil so he can get some rest. I'm afraid the whereabouts of the fire staff are nowhere to be found in our records, so you'll need to locate it yourself. There shouldn't be anybody down here. All the archaeologists left when the project was stopped.
There's Booba Quicks.
Except the leader of the project, Beeble Quicks.
Booba.
We never heard from him since the excavation shut down. Stay alert, though. The structures are old and could be dangerous.
So, that elevator, how it moved down, and then we level transferred, and then we went to the new level, and then it started up at the top and started moving down. That's something that was specifically implemented for this map, and then we used it again later. That's actually not in vanilla. I didn't believe that myself, but... Oh, alright, let's go.
Welcome to DXI.
I didn't expect
Half the
anyone
shit
down
he
here.
says is
You must be
cringy, so I'm not
Peopleplex.
doing it.
Yes, that's correct. I'm the former leader of these excavations. Who are you? You look familiar.
Name's Trescon. I work for Planet Deus Ex.
Planet Deus Ex, eh? Ah. Ha! Now I remember. You're a moderator. You're the one they appointed 2 years ago in that really close election, right before I was trapped down here.
Well, sort of, yeah. It's a long story. You don't happen to know anything useful about these ruins, do you?
Oh yeah, I know lots. More than anybody else, really. I've lived down here for about
good for you.
2 years, you see?
2 years? You seem surprisingly sensible for someone who's been completely isolated for so long.
Thank you. I talked to the cat. It helps a lot.
I see. Well, anything you can tell me would be a great help.
Of course. Why are you down here?
I need to find an artifact called the Fire Staff. Do you know where to find it?
Oh, yes, the fabled fire staff. Well, as far as we were ever able to discern, the staff should still be located in the remnants of Deus Ex Incarnate. There's a section where the moderators of old had the ability to rule the forums in their benevolent, despotic ways. You know, banning people, increasing
So I'm trying to
ranks,
listen to this
knighting the new
conversation so I can
moderators.
talk about something.
Well, we set a bot in there which only managed to send us a few images before our signals cut off, and the bot never returned. Here, I'll upload them to your data vault. We believe the moderators didn't remove the staff after the fall of DXI, so our best guess is that it should still be secured there. Near the beginning of the project, we found a local admin login for a specific important computer, but we never located the computer itself. The ID was admin with the password DXI_admin_X8. Perhaps that will be of use to you.
Thank you. This should make my job a bit easier. Any idea what sort of danger I should be aware of? I'd like to know what happened to your bot.
Danger? Ho 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 ho! Well, for one, there's a problem with the lava caverns. We had a few make it across, but when somebody didn't, our access halted immediately. Cost PDX a ton in workers' compensation to the surviving family. We had a few bots make it past magma, though, and into the buried building we believe to be kind of the moderator-oriented part of Incarnate. There's still power there, and we never found its source. Be assured that there will be security systems to hack past. On top of that, I've heard reports of Karks lurking about there as well.
Lava, security systems, and Karkians? Sounds like a lovely place. So how do I find these caverns?
The way to the caverns is to the
Yeah,
southeast
explore the
of my
damn
home.
map. God damn.
It's through a large concrete wall, difficult to miss. If you want to have a look around the ruins,
Spoiler
you
alert,
just
what I
go
wanna
straight
talk
ahead.
about.
But there's nothing really important up there. You may get a chance to visit it later.
Okay.
Do you have any other questions?
Yes. Now that you mention it, there's one last thing I'd like to know.
Oh,
Go ahead. I've plenty of time.
Do you have any idea where I should place this black box? It's
Oh, okay.
an update for the PDX servers.
Upgrades? Well, an educated guess would be the old moderated headquarters.
You say
At
educated?
least that's what we think they are. It's a large building on your left upon leaving my home. It's not entirely excavated, so look for the ladder leading to the entrance. I'm not really sure what's in there, mainly because I never made it past the security bots, but it's worth investigating, right?
That's all I needed to know. Thank you. You've been a great help.
Oh, no problem. When this
You're
ends, I'll
welcome.
fix it.
Oh, by the way, if you'd like me to help you a bit along the way, I can keep...
You have an
Well, yes.
And what will you...
Oh, you... All right.
Alright, I just changed it. So yeah, that's all I wanted to do. So when you're looking down at the bottom, where it shows the meager amount of visitors times streaming, there's like a edit button. If it's not right there, it's not working for some reason. Alright, so what I wanted to listen to that conversation in full for and come back to, I started playing vanilla DX not too long ago again, just because I love DX, and I was just thinking about TNM and thinking like, God, all our conversations are so long. Like, is it because we didn't explain things properly in the maps, and characters needed to just feed you paragraphs and paragraphs of text to get you a basic idea where you're going, or is it just the world is that much bigger in comparison to vanilla maps? And I couldn't rightly decide which one it was. I mean, our maps are pretty big, and it is kind of like a convoluted world at times, so I'll probably never know the answer. But okay, so we're just down here exploring essentially. Okay, and then there's this extra. All right, let's go do that. And this is all the 2.0 maps. The old Matrix entrance. So I mean, you can still tell it's the entrance from the Matrix. Oop. I changed it a little bit, but not too much. Come on, yeah, there we go. All right, where'd that little? Oh yeah, that's right. You kind of gotta piss them off. They're not all enemies by default. Dude, I bet this room smells. God damn. Yeah. The awesome flame robot again. So I don't particularly like that model. I've always thought it looked cheesy. But it looks fucking dope with that, with those flame tanks on the back. Kind of gives a little bit more extra purpose to it, I guess. Rather than just being a different bot with machine guns like it used to be in vanilla. And that's probably why they didn't even use it. Oh, oh yeah. I think that's one of those things that were like ghost changed when they've been, because let's be real, Twitch has been going through some shit lately, so we need to fix that. Where is the verify email thingy? I'm looking it up right now to find it. Cause yeah, I don't want that shit. It's okay. Go to the dashboard. Okay, I'm figuring it out now. I'm fixing that.
Hey, this is hard.
What? Settings. God, these settings and all this stuff on here is so convoluted. I can't stand it. So many buttons, so many links. What is it, under channel video? Where the hell? Do you still hear the scanning area in the background? God, why do they do this? Go to your dashboard, click settings, and then moderation. And then under dashboard, there's all these weird, like... So Twitch made all these changes that just, they auto-opted you into. And one of them is people now require to have a verified email. Oh, awesome. Thank you. Jesus Christ, that sucked. Close this. Alright, I'm gonna get back in game in a second. Alright, back to it, and thank you very much. Good grief. Alright, so... This is right? How everything's allied with you for right now? I think it is. Oh, yeah. I need to re-enable the scene. That's kind of important. I was staring right at it too. I have the stream up on the second monitor so I can see what I'm streaming. And yeah, nice. Let's just stare at this image while you just hear what's going on. All right, back into it. I might need to move that turret. So, turrets are very easy to just slap onto a ceiling. But I think if I piss that turret off, it won't be able to fire down at me because of the arc of fire being way too high. Also, the layout of this map, it actually hasn't changed all that much now that I think about it. I kept it pretty much the same, but then just made it nicer. Put all these different doors, nicer staircase, that kind of stuff. Actually, yeah. Thinking about it again, it's literally just the same exact layout, which is fine. Because this is another one of those maps that it doesn't need that much changes. It's one of those maps that just fit the bill just fine. Just make it look a little nicer. Dead bushes. Oh, what the? Oh, yeah. I thought I was dead. I thought that was insta-death lamb. Took me forever to figure it out. There is not a lot of notes. A lot of shit to read, but not a lot of like progression stuff. Also, I did not know you could disarm these. Did not know you could disarm these for the longest time. I think I figured that out when I was actually watching someone stream this. This room is like hella different. Yeah, I didn't know that you could damage them either. That's crazy. But I mean, it makes sense. You can shoot and destroy, like, I don't know why you would, because you can just snag them, but shoot and destroy regular grenade traps. So why not, you know? So it kind of knows I'm here, but it's angry because it can't find me. Oh yeah, so I'm like I think I mentioned this before. I'm doing a fists only playthrough as well, so I keep forgetting that I just have everything in my inventory. Like in my fist save, I think I only have stuff in this top row. It's kind of crazy how different the inventories are and considered of being filled. Me, yeah, I really should probably put some skill in demo. I mean, look, it's only 900. Upgrade it once or twice, and then at least you're not just turning corners and dying instantly. Oh. Wait. What? Oh, wait. You probably don't hear him walking. Why isn't he making walk noises? No, he's making noise.
Good. You
Damn,
appear
Campbell.
to have found the old comm-ops area. Correct me if I'm wrong, but these blueprints
Good
show
night.
a raised floor beneath the mainframes and the shark's storage. You'll need to crawl down under that and place the spyware there.
That's
When
where
the
I
box is in
am.
place, activate it with the multi-tool I gave you.
Yeah. How is this done, actually? Does, ooh, that might be a bad thing, actually. Is the black box coded to, only be placeable on certain textures? Interesting. So what I'm getting at is, in the remake for World Corp Floor 2, I wonder if I use this texture anywhere, and that might put a oopsie. And you might be able to place this elsewhere, other than the proper spot. Because I think I use this texture a lot.
Done. The device has already
Same with this.
started transmitting. I'll meet you back on the surface and give you your reward. Like I said, I have an AUG and some credits for you. Good luck getting back out of there.
So, interesting idea here. So we all know, well, I guess I should check. Do we all know what happens with DxO by the time this story ends? Because here's where I'm getting at. My guys, like, straight up terrorist bombed the freaking headquarters of the governing body of Forum City. And depending on how you play your cards, they pretty much become chill with PDX again. How... I don't know about you guys, but I think I'd still be pretty upset if someone tried to blow me up inside my building. That's always been something I've wondered. Why are they just cool with them being okay with PDX again at the end of the story? I mean, yeah, they didn't try to, they fucking did it. Like, yeah, I mean, you guys tried to blow us up, but you know, it's cool, it's whatever. At the end of the day, it's fine. But then again, it's specifically even stated in the TNM lore that certain crimes are like kind of expected in the DX reality. Like corporate espionage and infiltrating buildings and, well, trespassing, burglaries, all that shit. Kind of like somewhat expected. I need any of this? I don't think so. Yeah, now that I'm done, this is a short mission. I mean, you can pretty much beeline right to this thing. Is this gonna kill me? Oh no. We'll do the standard look at the old map after this too. Then this is the stairwell up. Yeah, this is like the normal way. Up to the, oh Jesus. And then I think this is, yeah, isn't this a conversation with somebody? Or a message?
Hey guys, this is Buzz.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it's a holocom, you can see that.
Oh, that's the...
Anyway, just wanted to wish you all good luck up there in the HQ. As you may or may not know, I volunteered to stay down here along with Ronan. I'll be watching over the people in the South Center, and Ronan will handle things over north. People are a little nervous, but that's all. Spirits are pretty high, all things considered, and I guess the promise of a fair new Deus Ex Incarnate helped a lot. While everything is looking good, space is adequate so far, and power supplies aren't even maxing out. I'll see you on the other side. Bye.
Bye. Bye. I was thinking about that conversation the other day at work and just laughing to myself. Why? Hold on. Okay. So save. Oh, we're way up here. Man, it's been a hot minute. Which one is it? Isn't this at DXI HQ? I think so. Yeah, okay. So here's the old one. I think they automatically open like that. Can you break this? Oh, oh. Oh. Well. We should probably fix that. Yeah, it's just a... Hold on, is the metal transparent? Yeah, that's kind of goofy. Kind of like the new one better. Does this stop, or do I gotta listen to this? Oh wait, yeah, you gotta... I think it doesn't stop until you disable the stuff upstairs. Nope. No. Uh-oh. That's... Oh, so I did change this a little bit. Okay. So this is that conference room kind of place. God, how the fuck do you get up? Oh. The stairwell. That makes sense. No. Alright, we're gonna deal with this, and then... Yep. Stop it. Oh. Balls. Wow, the room was that small. So you're forced to deal with this guy. That kind of sucks. Alright,
Automatically re-engaging metal detectors have 30 seconds. Please re-engage as soon as possible.
How do you turn that off? That's gonna drive me mad. So here's another thing, like, you know, those are some tiny ass lights. I always play, like, well, try to. I don't want to sound conceited. Oh, no skill reward in the new one. I don't want to sound like conceited or anything, but I try to do things perfectly. Like, if I set off that alarm while I was normally playing, I'd probably just reload. Like, if I was just playing on my own time. So I don't know how the fuck to turn that off, if you can.
All security cameras reactivated.
Yeah, this is an underground city type of thing. So how it is explained is the new Forum City is literally just dropped on top of this. So obviously that would just destroy everything in real life, but I mean, it's a video game and it's a rendition of a forum in I hate turrets. So what I hate about turrets is, since that alarm's going, this thing is just, I step into the radius and I'm taking fire. You can't do anything besides EMP it or blow it up. Which everyone did you know? You fucked.
Metal detectors have been disconnected. Please re-engage as soon as possible.
Yeah, let me get on that.
Oh
What?
no! I can't believe you did that! Right, okay, don't worry.
Okay.
You need to
Oh,
go to
this
the
is
center
where he
level
explains
and
it.
shut off the
Okay.
power with the override control. It's probably the only way you'll ever be able to leave this place alive. Yeesh.
Ugh. Oh, he's shooting under the desk. I'm like, how are you still firing? And then this is another change for the armory. I mean, I don't like that in the old one. So he's just like, you open this little alcove and there's just an enemy staring at you. Like, come on, that's kind of bad news. I mean, what if I didn't have my EMP pistol and I just had like this, because I like the stealth pistol and I don't like using any other weapon. Oh well, guess I gotta use half my ammo reserve to kill this, because you can kill these guys with normal bullets. It just takes forever, but it's just annoying. So in the new one, made it so that it's like a destination room rather than just a little alcove with an enemy in it. Don't open that way. And then, let's see. Well, actually, someone did it. So, I probably mentioned it in every stream thus far. All the 2.0 remake maps have areas like this where you can get up and run in vents rather than crawling for a million miles. Is this where I'm going? I believe so. Yeah, okay, so this is that. Okay. Oh, is there not a greasel down here? Huh. Okay. So yeah, as you can see, the objective for the 2.0 remake of this map was essentially just make it look a little more logical, make it look nicer, all that jazz. Another thing that I noticed while I was remaking this map is, I guess the phrase would be texture fidelity. All the original maps, we released in 2009. This map, this was done pretty early. I want to even say this map right here might have actually been done before I even joined the team. back in original TNM. But like this door, like that texture really shouldn't be used in that capacity. So it's that same wall texture. So what we got here is that's obviously a door, so you don't want it to blend in as well as it does. Like that looks like a window to me. You know what I mean? Because it's the same exact texture as the wall. That's that. If you don't know, that's the texture for the 747 engines. Since it's the same texture, it just looks like a freaking wall. And because of how complex it is, it creates these weird surfaces. It's you'll figure out it's a door when you run up to it and see it's a door, obviously, but it's the overall presentation that kind of hurts it. And then this is another thing I've tried to start avoiding, just a single texture on one whole brush kind of thing. This is done a lot in the old maps, because it's probably one of those things where, like, okay, this room is great, but we kind of need an extra surface here, so let's just make a subtract kind of thing. Okay, it's done. Rebuild. Let's ship it. This is an obvious trim texture. No window frame for that. I mean... And then another thing is, the old map had a real size issue. Like, everything's just too cramped. And I know it's supposed to be like a old, cramped, like, ruin-looking place. But then again, it also needs to make sense as a structure. And it's just, like, this has no discernible purpose other than going over there to get a conversation. But yeah, this was one of the very early maps, so it's, I mean, a lot of the original team modders, but like we were all like brand new at this shit, so. Oh my god, that alarm is driving me crazy. That alarm just constantly going off was literally throwing me off. I just couldn't talk because it just kept going. So back to normal gameplay, so I can recover from that mental anguish. Yeah, and not only that, like, something that I just completely spaced over is, in the remake, the alarms don't even go off if you break the glass. And, that's another issue of just pretty much me and Hawk testing. Like, I never would have thought, oh wait, duh, the glass needs to set off an alarm. I mean, duh, because that's not how I play this game. Like, when I pop in here while I'm regularly playing, yeah, I just jump the shit because I always use speed aug. So easily bypassed. And I was even considering putting like glass here, but DXI is pretty much all movie references, right? And I kind of remember looking at this and thinking, okay, we're going to for all intents and purposes put the gameplay aside for a second for this big ass DX reference, because DX is even originally showing love for the Matrix, so we're gonna do the same thing. Metal detectors. I did put the glass just because it was there in the original and all that jazz, but keep this image as normal as possible for the reference purpose. So getting stuck in levels, I'll say. So I'm the opposite. Like, as soon as I hear an alarm go off, I get fucking tilted. I'm like, how did this shit happen? Especially with that AI modification that we have, where sometimes guards will get a glimpse of you and still go run for the alarm. When that happens, oh my god, I can't stand it. And then this is the new main entry point for this map. Just try to make it look a little more like a cave and collapsed. Like all the ceilings, instead of being just like a a basic grade of height difference, it's supposed to look like it was at some point collapsing. Like there's the higher point here, and then just like a shit ton of rock built up on the edge here. Same with this. And this map right here, this section, goes against the typical grain of we make it a little larger to make it more comfortable for the player to run around it. But that's because that's a set piece area rather than a gameplay area. So like we're not fighting troops and stuff constantly in that area. Oh, and then this. The OG beginner trap. This is much more tolerable. Much more tolerable to do. Because I remember, like, I knew the jump distances based on speed and all that jazz, like, to a T because of how much DX I played. So I'd exploit that as a level designer for TNM, and I made it really hard, this is awesome. Nah, dude, that ain't how you roll. That's not how it should be, you know. But in compensation, there's more little fun spots to find. Oh yeah, this. I think you get hurt running through this, yeah. Because, you know, you shouldn't really be walking around near lava like that. Oh shit, I kind of want those. Damn it. Ow. 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 Oh god. Yep, I knew it. I knew that was gonna happen. So do you think that's a little much in terms of damage, or do you think that's okay? And I should be punished for taking so long and doing that? Because I mean, I think it's fine. It's just I was kind of talking and staring at it as I was being damaged rather than trying to quickly run through. Yeah, I did go twice, yeah. God, I hate that. So the gas grenade didn't spawn. It's because it was so close to the wall. That's not even a TNM only thing. If boxes are near BSP like that, sometimes they just fall through the world when they spawn. Terrible. Oop. So that's what I just did there. I just kind of lambasted myself back in the day for knowing the jump distances so well and abusing it. But I just did the same thing there, but in a good way. So the option is there if you want to be extra careful. Jump, but you can also just heave-ho from one end to the other, just to kind of help people that do understand the game to kind of get through it easier. So yeah, these jumps are a lot less punishing now. I mean, goddamn, I think I was looking at it. In the old one, there's a bit where you have to jump from a platform to a lower platform that's only like 24 units in diameter. Yes, because I do want that fixed, because it's a very, very frustrating thing because it's directly related to loot, you know what I mean? Like, if you break a box, it's totally fine for you to fully expect, hey, I'm about to get a treat. So it just not spawning is completely insufferable. Maybe. Oh, that's the first time I picked up a... Okay. So got the achievement for picking that thing up. Oh. Well, that's an oof. Wait, where do I go? Oh. Duh. But how about the clearly obvious path. That's... yeah. So here's where the really bad, like, abusive relationship jump was. Like, right about here is where you would have to jump on the really small section to get across. Spooky.
Don't be afraid.
Boy, I ain't.
I'm not. Who are you?
I'm Glog. I found in this place.
Yes, you did.
You found a Deus Ex Incarnate?
I did. In the last. I am also responsible for what
I don't think this guy gives you, like, instructions. So this is one of the conversations that I've always felt could be shorter. This kind of deep iceberg lore should more so be in a text document. So,
do you know where I might find this fire staff?
In today's day and age of playing video games, talking over hold on.
What exactly?
I'll summarize this a little bit.
I understand.
It was all.
Go on.
Yes.
And did you? And you. That. And you. So, that's very. Name's.
So this conversation, it should be in text, like that heavy of just like background lore. It should be an option of. I mean, you could of course just not talk to Glog, but as a video game player, you're gonna say, "Oh, there's a dude, I should talk to him," and then you're just sitting there listening to this thesis statement on DXI. So pretty much what he was getting at is he's explaining why this place is like this, and when GameSpy took over everything and started creating the planet system, it was started on the DXI website, and they pretty much turned it into like a big name brand thing kind of stuff. And in TNM, it's actually, yeah, I think it does force you to talk to him. I think it's he looks at you and talks to you thing. He's pretty much explaining that in the most basic method as possible, the GameSpy forum city was literally dumped on top of DXI, and that's why we're in this underground cavernous ruin now, instead of just, in the realistic sense, just flattening it. This is PDX right now, because I wanted to talk about the specific maps that I redid in the PDX storyline.
Took your sweet time getting here.
So what's your plan?
Killing you. And having a hell of a time doing so. Just because it's my
brother.
job doesn't mean
you tell him, brother.
Eat, right?
We'll see who.
No more talk.
Alright, relatable. No more talking. I hate talking. So that right there, this was a big change. So pretty much how all DX big quotes boss fights works is you walk up on some dude like Walton Simons and you trade quibs, and then they're like, alright, let's fight, rah! And then you just got this dude with like a plasma gun staring you in the face. But then on the other side of the coin, you have maxed rifle and you have a sniper rifle, and you're already aiming at his face. So you just take it out and smoke him instantly. Hey, boss fight over. So to avoid that, so ZP is currently in his arena right now, just straight up waiting for me as an enemy. So the conversation happens remotely, and then you can actually fight him or avoid him, you know, whatever you want to do. And that's, I hate forcing you to do something. So like if you're playing a no-kill sneak-only playthrough, it's kind of terrible how Deus Ex works in regard to fighting bosses. So at least this way, you now have an option, and you can easily sneak past them because you're a good-ass stealth player, because that's what your playthrough is focused on. Or you can just ream his ass, whatever you want to do. Yeah, and that's, I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine. So, run in, trank him, avoid him, shoot him. But it's better than him just staring at you, and you guys just looking at each other for a split second until you realize what you want to do. And then this area right here, for those that have seen Independence Day, is an Independence Day reference. It's the Area 51 section of the lab. Locked, so it has a lock texture. Unlocked, so it has none. Fidelity type stuff. Can I break this with... no. Okay, fine. We're going this way then. Because, as a typical DX player, I stockpile everything. So if you Google image search the Area 51 lab, that's pretty much what I did when I did the redesign for this. And you know what? I think I actually straight up removed that part where you fall in through the ceiling. Yeah, I did, because there's not even a vent heading that way anymore. I think it's like this in the movie, isn't there that walk down and then you go in they go in the lab? Oh, come on. Did I just lock myself in here? Oh. Okay. Oh. Well, so I'm definitely not combat oriented. But we'll look at this. This is a big ass change. So this is I mean avatars. This is where DXI used to have forum users come in and register and get their accounts. So that's going to lead into a special thing later. Nope. Ah, is that what it is? Okay. I mean, that's fine, because it looked like straight up ass. And, I wanted to change how the gameplay aspect of it worked. So, again, gameplay overall. And I looked up an image of that Minority Report section, and how those cloning bays are like set up. It would be obnoxious to get looking correct and have good lighting still to like redo it essentially. So I just wasn't gonna fuck with it. Do I have... Oh, I thought I did. I thought I got environment. So... we know we're looking for that entrance into that safe, right? We gotta get the key. So, when you come in here, you see all these red wires.
Scanning area.
So you follow them. And there is a bit of a disconnect right here just to kind of force you to think. But if you look, you see more of that red wiring. So you're thinking, okay, cool. So that has to do with the safe. Got him. Yep. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. I think they take 2. Nope. Try again. Yeah, so that's the text document that tells you, hey, go follow the red wires and you can open the safe. So this is one of the more unique methods of looting. I like this a lot. And you can of course use your fancy tools if you don't want to fight people. But I mean, that AUG can is like another level of security protection. So the method to actually get to it is, this is where the old Minority Report, reference was. So I changed it a lot. How it is supposed to look is there's this bay like this. And they're laying on the table. So that's how they look in the movie. So I just changed it to actually be the JC Denton clone models. So these are supposed to be augmented avatars, you know? So they were in the process of being made when the DXI transition happened. So that's why they're just sitting in there like that, like waiting to be registered, essentially. But that text document mentioned that if you try and create avatars without an account linked to them, you're going to run into some issues. But another reference is, well, clue. Not reference, clue. This is a clue. That's the same liquid, so you can kind of assume that these might be connected somehow. So you come over here. What was it? I think it was, yeah, Avatar Editor Island. That's a reference to the movie Island. What, was that the wrong computer? Oh no, that's not that computer. This. Oh, special options, duh, not applications. Warning, user data missing. Avatars unstable. We've created avatars without forum users. Oh my god! Chaos has begun. Yeah, nice shot, buddy. Wow.
Took him out.
Yowzers. So they're JC Dentons, right? And they're supposed to look all funky because they're they don't have users connected to them, right? So they're it's a manipulation of like the draw scale and shit like that. So their textures look muddy because they're running the distant model kind of thing, and their display model is the faraway one as well. Okay. Come on. I should use the hotkey for that, actually. That'd be quicker. Yeah, I could see that happening. Those doors are anything other than a rectangle. So anything that's not a rectangle has a high propensity to get the fucking stupid ass AI stuck on it. Oh, I just bypassed that lamp.